In Buddhism, there is no place for using effort. Just be ordinary and nothing special. Eat your food, move your bowels, pass water, and when you're tired, go and lie down. The ignorant will laugh at me, but the wise will understand. Don't ignore the five senses in search of a sixth. The unconditioned mind into its truth. Like a cobra, your strike should be felt before it is seen. In building a statue, a sculptor doesn't keep adding clay to his subject. Actually, he keeps chiseling away at the non-essentials until the truth of his creation is revealed without obstruction. Don't get set into one form. Adapt it and build your own, and let it grow. Be like water. Remember, no man is really defeated unless he is discouraged. To me, ultimately, martial arts means honestly expressing yourself. The change is from inner to outer. We start by dissolving our attitude, not by altering outer conditions. I have the absolute confidence not to be number two, but then I have enough sense to realize that there can be no number one. My strength comes from my abdomen. It's the center of gravity and the source of real power. When one has reached maturity in the art, one will have a formless form. It is like ice dissolving in water. When one has no form, one can be all forms. When one has no style, he can fit in with any style. Observe what is with undivided awareness. The highest art is no art. The highest form is no form. Choose the positive. You have choice. You are master of your attitude. Choose the positive, the constructive. Optimism is a faith that leads to success. Probably the most badass guy who ever lived on this planet. When you say that something is impossible, you have made it impossible. To be honest to oneself, and that is very hard to do. The knowledge and skills you have achieved are meant to be forgotten, so you can float comfortably in emptiness, without obstruction. Let the spirit out discard all thoughts of reward, all hopes of praise and fears of blame, all awareness of one's bodily self, and finally closing the avenues of sense perception. Let the spirit out, as it will. Even today, I dare not say that I have reached a state of achievement. I'm still learning. For learning is boundless. Man, the living creature, the creating individual, is always more important than any established style or system. Success is not in reaching the destination, but in making the journey. Open yourself and flow. My friend, flow in the total openness of the living moment. Take no thought of who is right or wrong, or who is better than. Be not for or against. Know the difference between a catastrophe and an inconvenience. recognizing that the power of will is the supreme court over all other departments of my mind. I will exercise daily when I need the urge to act for any purpose, and I will form habits designed to bring the power of my will into action at least once daily. We do not become, we simply are. There is no love without friendship. Passion alone does not form relationships of value. A fight is not won by one punch or kick. Either learn to endure or hire a bodyguard. Zen is not attained by mere wiping mediation, but by self-forgetfulness. In the existential present of life here and now, we do not come, we are. Don't strive to become, but be. If nothing within you stays rigid, outward things will disclose themselves. Moving, be like water. Still, be like a mirror. Respond like an echo. With every adversity comes a blessing, because a shock acts as a reminder to oneself that we must not get stale in routine. Seek freedom from the conformity of styles. It is not a shame to be knocked down by other people. The important thing is to ask when you're being knocked down. Why am I being knocked down? If a person can reflect in this way, then there is hope for this person. Humility forms the basis of honor, just as the low ground forms the foundation of a high elevation. Since life is an ever-evolving process, one should flow in this process and discover how to actualize and expand oneself. In order to taste my cup of water, you must first empty your cup. To live is to express, and to express you have to create. Creation is never merely repetition. To live is to express oneself freely in creation. It is compassion rather than the principle of justice which can guard us against being unjust to our fellow men. A kung fu man who was really good was not proud at all. Pride emphasizes the superiority of one's status. There has to be fear and insecurity in pride, because when you aim at being highly esteemed and achieve such status, you automatically start to worry about losing status. From form to formless, and from finite to infinite, I think of myself as a human being. A martial artist has to take responsibility for himself and accept the consequences of his own doing. I refer to my hands, feet, and body as the tools of the trade. The hands and feet must be sharpened and improved daily to be efficient. Satori in the awakening from a dream, awakening and self-realization, and seeing into one's own being, these are synonymous. Since life is an ever-evolving process, one should flow in this process and discover how to actualize and expand oneself.